Oh, look at that! 4 people are here. Hello, everyone. I hope the sound is working. I just got here. It took a little while to set up. Get my pencil and what drawing we want to see today. I am well. Hi there, JXD9391. Hello, 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 Peter. Everybody's here. This is good. All right. Get a piece of paper. Uh-oh. Stickers are falling out. The wrong folder. Pencils. Backing board, backing board, backing board. Let's put paper. There's the paper. Paper looks just like the backing board. Piece of paper. Microphone. Working. I'm Buzz friend Jim. Met you at Hot Flips last year. Hello. Hi. Hold on, just it is working. Okay. The worst way to check to see if things are working. The echo technique. I am looking for my pencils, my erasers. I'm getting everything set up. Hi, good to see you. Can't stay, but I want to say hello. Hello. All right. Does anybody have a request for a character, or I'll start drawing something randomly. I gotta find my. Oh no! Look at that. All right. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw Batman for no reason. Yeah, I'll draw Batman. I'll draw Batman fighting the Joker. That sounds like something. Let's see if this works. I end up erasing this. This is me trying to figure it out. I've got the picture in my head, but I don't know if I'm right. There's Joker's face. Trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm making this up as I go along, so this will be interesting. I have no plan. Oh, I should. Let's see what time it is. 5:21. 5:21. I'm gonna set a target for 5:45. Right here. 5:45. 5:45 is when I want to be done with this thing. I like to set a time because otherwise I'll just spend forever on the same drawing, and it doesn't get any better. It just it is what it is. Still trying to figure out the basic shapes, basic. Those of you who haven't heard this spiel before, the way it works, everything is made out of cubes. Everything in the world is made out of cubes, tubes, and spheres. So first I just figure everything out as tubes, spheres. This head would be like a sphere, because that way everything has more of a solid structure. Here we go. Let's check in notes. Okay, good. My comments. Try to figure out how the hand works. Not that guy. The thumb would be Some guys will actually get into a pose and things like that. Photograph the pose. That's the better way to do it. But this works for me. Tube. Like that. I'm gonna leave it for now. Sometimes when you're drawing it, I'm drawing at a slight angle so that it can photograph and there's like room for the camera. But sometimes what happens is you're drawing, you actually see it at this angle, which means that if you're not paying attention, you can draw the legs really stubby and really large. And then when you look at it like this, you realize the mistake. So you got to make sure give people stubby legs. Also, try to leave room for feet. Good grief. Right now, so everything looks like Minecraft right now. Yeah, I got breasted. Oh, I should give him some kind of a gag. All right, he's gonna have like one of those wacky guns with the flag. At a certain point, I just have to stop penciling because I start to confuse myself. There's so many lines here. It's gonna be hard to pick out the line. I try to remember what I was doing. All right, and want me fix it now. Challenges, when I'm penciling, I figure out, well, I only do this, try to figure out the stuff that that I'm not sure about. But like other things, like I'm pretty sure I can get that leg right, so I'm not gonna tighten it up. And like the Joker, his legs, and if it's gonna be in shadow, which it probably will be, I'm not gonna kill myself figuring out where things go. Angrier. Check. Ooh, yeah, because I was trying to figure out if there was a good in there. Big barrel, wide barrel, so that the flag could fit. 5:20. Oh, look at that. Okay. Gives me 15 minutes to think this bad boy. And of course, I did not refill my ink bottle. So we shall see. Hello, everyone. All the people who just hello, helmeted snail. I just shipped my pants. That's funny. All right, here it comes. The 15-minute ink job. The other thing I like to do is start with the worst stuff. The stuff that's going to be the hardest, rather than waiting and saving it till the last minute. The closer I get to 5:45, the faster I'm going to be drawing. I want to make sure I get all the good stuff out of the way. Let's see. Everybody's guess if this hand is going to work. The nice thing about Batman is he's got so much black on his costume that whatever I screw up, I will just paint black. And no one will ever know. Minutes left. What I'll do is I'll draw until 5:40, and then I'll start doing the brush. That should do it. That should get me out of this drawing. For some reason, I just forgot what the Joker's hair looks like. Joker. Been a while. Just double check. Image. Oh yeah, he's got that kind of. I don't want to do that hair. He changed his hair. That's why I forget. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the old comic book hair. Now he's got that Heath Ledger hair. At what point do you feel confident enough in your line work to transition to inks? I just figure out the hardest parts first, the things I'm most likely to screw up. I just really wasn't sure how that hand was going to go on the gun or the hands, but the legs. If I screw them up, then I could fix it. If there's a way out, everybody's always looking at the faces and the hands in a drawing, so you got to get those right. But if you bullshit your way through if I screw up this guy's legs, I can always put a shadow over it, but you can't really. I mean, you could cover the guy's face black, but it might not be what you want to do. And for me, again, it helps to really work with the timer. If you're trying to get a job done, you you just got to get a time. If I got to get 22 pages done in a week, that means I got to get five pages done in a day, or whatever schedule I've put. So if I got to get 5 pages done in a day, I got to get a page done every hour, you know, or else. So a lot of times I'll just be penciling, and then I'm like, well, time's up. I guess it's time to start inking, and then you start inking, and then time's up, and then you just paint everything black that you didn't get to. That is the secret to life. Otherwise, you. Oh, this is terrible. That's the great thing about these flag guns. You can fake them because they don't exist. They exist, but they're not a standard. Oh, okay. Oh boy. It's getting worse. Yeah, the closer I get to that deadline, I start drawing faster and getting worse. So you want to get the easy stuff, the good stuff out of the way. So once I start rushing, it doesn't matter because at least the face and the hands are good. This hand. That's a good question too. If anybody has any more questions, let me know. I like questions; they're fun. 5:35. Look at that. Might switch over to brush a little sooner so we can hit that deadline. Now that I think about it, Batman has more black than other characters. Should probably start on the black soon. This leg out. So much violence. Couldn't they just hug it out? You know, it's gotten worse over the years. It wasn't so violent when I was reading it back in the Stone Age. I actually liked when Batman was funny. That is what I. Everybody's got a different taste. I liked funny Batman. Frank Gorshin and Cesar Romero and Burgess Meredith. I even liked the George Clooney movie with the Robin with all the jokes. They're on the giant statue. That might have been my favorite Batman. 5:37. All right. Gotta get through it. 5:38. Might have to give myself an extra minute because I forgot to factor in the erasing time. Gloves, okay. Oh, when you get a chance, get in touch with me. I'll give it that comic art show and me. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Great, Buzz. Absolutely. Just found out we're going to Babylon. We had we weren't sure if we were going to Babylon because my daughter's going to colleges. She's looking at colleges, and we thought we were going to go that day. But it turned out we didn't have to go that day, so we scheduled and unscheduled and oh, look at that. Right on schedule. Look at that, 5:49. So, as I said, when you get to the end of the time, you just stop. Doesn't matter if it's finished. Just stop. So I stop. Now I got to find my. Sorry about that. There we go. That work? Yeah, okay. Oh, very cool. Buzz going to New Hampshire. So if you're in New Hampshire, go see Buzz. Gotta erase this now. It's the terrifying part where I smear all the ink. These are great. I don't know what these pencil leads are. I'm using. They're really, really dark. Oh boy! You guys are in for a treat. I got a new brush today, by the way. I've been using the same brush forever. I've been using the same pen point for like years now. You get to see the secret. Alright, here comes the. Now I can see what I was actually drawing. See? Okay, now. Secret. Greatest brushes ever made. 5 below. Get them at 5 below. And they're probably 5 or below. I don't know how much they cost actually. So I'll try to decide which one I want today. I want a big fat one because it's gonna have a lot of black. You know what? Can't find it. I'll take the biggest one. Let's take the biggest one. 541. All right, that's gonna be brutal. Goopy black. And first thing I do is pick the light source. It's gonna be above them. It's the biggest brush they had. I got a bigger brush. I'm gonna use a bigger brush anyway. Once I lock down this line, how are we doing on top? 540. Oh, killing myself. Okay, 542. I gotta really knuckle down. I gotta get this done in 3 minutes. Or else. I should think of some sort of penalty for if I get it. Don't do it. Gonna make it. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think I'm gonna make it. 543. I might make it. You never know. Start to run out of ink. I start to do all the dry brush. I like a dry brush. Yes. 544. We got 1 minute left. It's not gonna happen. I don't. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna amend it. Get it done by 550. Too much black. That's what the issue is. I'm gonna do a thing I shouldn't do, which is I'm gonna give him pinstripes. It's stupid. It's time consuming. I like the Joker to wear pinstripes. His buy now is empty though. I'm seeing stuff in the shop. Oh, I did. I forgot to put stuff. I forgot to put stuff in the shop. You're right. This stuff's in the shop. When I finish this drawing, I'll do it. It's just a push a button. Dope. I knew it was something. Oh damn. All right. All right. Here comes the bad pinstripes. You had one job. Got to do my one job. Six. All right. Bust it out. Oh, maybe I'm getting old. The winner. Here we go. Hi, everybody. Just joined. That leg is a mess, and I'm trying to get black. And this. Here's my water. I have water for cleaning my brush. I keep it in a bottle. I keep the top on the bottle so that if I knock it over, it doesn't matter. In this $5 brush. Bring out the big boy. Giant brush. Put the top of the ink bottle onto the top of the water bottle, which didn't work. Here we go. What time is it? 5. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. Messed that deadline too. All right. We were shooting for 5:50. Not happening. That's okay. It's getting nice. No way to run a railroad. Much black. Painting everything black. It's Batman. Comic book wise. All right. If anybody has any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask. Anybody wants to know behind the scenes of the Howard the Duck movie or kind of whiteout I use, all that stuff. Nice Frank Robbins Batman yesterday on the internet. I forgot how good that was. Almost at what time? Oh, look at that, 5:53. Half hour. I spent a full half hour on this drawing. That ain't right. It's the first drawing of the day. My defense. You were behind the scenes on how the no. I worked on this stupid comic book of the movie. It was like I think the first comic book I ever did for Marvel because nobody wanted it. Yeah, they wouldn't give us any information about it because Marvel had screwed up the Return of the Jedi movie, if I remember correctly, by giving away the ending. They released the comic book before the movie, so everybody knew Luke Skywalker was Darth Vader's son. Lucasfilm was so angry that they wouldn't give us any information about anything anymore. Like, and so it was really hard to do Indiana Jones books, and Howard the Duck was their movie. So we had to make up an ending. There we go. Dang. All right. Let's see. Think about Batman. Just got to cover everything up. Make it all black after you put all this work into it. A little better. Definitely quitting this thing at 6, though. That's ridiculous. Spent way too much time on this thing. Last step. There it is. Whiteout. Anybody's guess if there's enough whiteout left in this pen? I'm gonna have to switch pens. Working on one of those angled drawing tables, so everything rolls down the table. It's great that way. Off the record, do you think your comic version of the movie is better? No. My version, comic book version of Howard the Duck is terrible. That just happened. It's weird to make. No problem. It was the first job I ever did, so it's really bad. The Howard the Duck job. You got to start somewhere. Let's see if this works. Sometimes it takes a while to start the flow of this white paint. Come on. That's entertainment. We have to bust out a new one. Here we go. Here it comes. Part that makes it look like I knew what I was doing. White out. That was all part of my plan. Fix this foot because it's driving me crazy. Here we go. 6 o'clock. Quitting time. Almost done. Oh, it's terrible. I can't believe it took this long. Well, there's 2 figures on the page, so maybe that counts for something. This is shameful. Shameful. If you sell your interior pages on here, I'll buy them. I'll do a show. I'll do a show. Didn't you say you? I'm reading a lot of notes now. Didn't you say you were 17? Surely not bad for a 17-year-old. 17. I always say, oh, that's right. Yeah, I was. I can't remember how old I was when I drew Howard the Duck. It was my first Marvel job, but it wasn't my first job. I'd done some other books, and I had been inking. I'd been inking Spider-Man and Transformers. And I penciled half and like a couple of pages of Transformers because the penciler disappeared. So this is the first time they gave me a whole book to do, and it was because nobody wanted to do it. Everybody hated doing the movie books. I don't know if it's better now. It used to be terrible to do movie books. Because of it's just crazy deadlines. I think I'm done. Feeling done. That works. I'm happy. I'm done. Sign it, and then I'm gonna fix this store. I can't believe I forgot to put anything in the buy now. That was genius. Your work on Big City Blues kind of changed my life. Do you prefer more grounded work like those pseudo noir comics, or the more fantastical genres? Um, you mean my pseudo noir comics, the ones I'm doing? I always try to do everything for what the job is. I mean, I like everything. I like working on comedy. I work on Phineas and Ferb and I'm blanking, but I worked on a bunch of kids stuff, Looney Tunes and stuff. So I like funny stuff. I like good comics. I think it's important to just working for who the customer is, and then you work for them. So whatever the job is, I try to find out who's the audience. Like if I'm working for Disney, the audience is usually like young girls, little girls, because the so you try to do something that appeals to them, whereas the audience for Marvel is like older men now. The comic books is more for the grown-ups. They're into print. The young people go to like the video games and stuff. So I like to do everything. Anything that people like, if I can be useful. That's that's the main thing. I just try to do something people actually like. It's rare when I can actually succeed. All right, I am gonna try. I'm either gonna blow this thing up, or I'm gonna try and put things in the storage. Take about 5 seconds. Hold on a second. If I do it properly, there should just be a button. So I go here, go to inventory, and I'm just going to select everything and add to show. I think that should fix it. It's adding it. We'll find out. There. Okay. You're working Big City Blues. Do you still have the Howard pages? No, I don't have any. I have very few really old things. I have maybe 1 or 2 pages from old. I have some old Lampoon stuff, some old Mad stuff, some couple of Marvel things. I'll find out. I got a lot of that Captain America stuff. I know I did that. Uh, yeah, I'll look. I'll take a look and see what I have. All right, I'm gonna see if my the buy now section works. I did. I fixed it. Hey, everybody, there's stuff in the buy now section. So you can buy it. Do we have anything in the auction section? Let's find out. There is nothing in the auction section. All right. How do I? If anybody has a request, by the way, let me know if you want. If there's a different character I should draw. I am now trying to figure out how to inventory. Trying to find. This is so ridiculous. Is that nuts? What a pro. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Now I got it. At this show. I did it. Now I'm happy. All right. So there. So I put everything in the store. I put an auction thing. If anybody wants to buy this drawing or wants to request another drawing, let me know. And Otherwise, I'll just keep the show going. Put this here. I'll find another piece of paper. Another fine piece of paper. Luke Cage. I did draw one picture of classic Luke Cage for the Village Voice, of all things. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, I wouldn't know how to share it. Oh, well. But yeah, for the Village Voice, when they did the TV show, they wanted me to draw that character in the classic style. It was like an homage to a Gil Kane cover. But yeah, that was. That is a new. Maybe I'll try that. I haven't done some classic Luke Cage, but man, George. I know I'd love to get get Warlock and Doug Cypher from New Mutants like you did Wolfsbane and Mirage for me. Okay. That pencil style is hard to do, so I'll do that one like another day because it's a harder style to do. JT Murdoch. Gonna run that Batman. Yes, you want me to run that Batman? I will. Okay, here comes Batman. Someone has asked if I can. What's that? I'm gonna take that as a request. So, hold on. Where is it? Product auction. There it is. All right, I'm starting the auction. There. Look at that. And let's see. I'll give that. I'm gonna give that new Luke Cage a try next. That sounds like something fun to try. Never done it before. Let's get that puffy pirate shirt, the tiara, those goofy boots. Let's see. Did I do it? Oh, I did it. Oh, there. Okay, there it goes. And it is sold. Okay, thank you. Thank you for buying it. It will go out tomorrow. Sarah, we're going to the post office tomorrow. Okay. Okay, excellent. Oh, it's my son's birthday, so we're going to mail him a box. He just asked about his present? Okay. That's funny. Like I said, he's been texting us every day. Are you sending my present? What is he, 26 now? Is he 26 now? 25 or 26? All right. Yeah, so that'll go out. Thank you very much. Hold on, I will, since I'm checking my fingers. Wipe on my shirt. That's classy. And so I have some place to put this Joker picture. Joker, back and board. They all go into this fine folder. The folder comes with the certificate of authenticity, which I'll fill out. I'll put that in some plastic later if I don't have the plastic on hand. Also erase 545, what I failed at. Very proud of my sticker collection. Beautiful stickers. You could stick those on your notebook, your phone, and random baseball cards. And it's the Miracle Fish. I'm not even going to explain the Miracle Fish. People who know. Putting all that in there so that I know where it is. It's all together, ready to go out in the morning. We'll get started on classic Luke Cage. What's funny is, even though I've never drawn the character, I could draw it without reference. I know it so well. But I'm gonna Google it anyway. Pencils just vanish in this place. I'm glad I have more than one, but where that other one just went? Page. It auto-corrected me to power management. So, I guess they know me. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, his goofy chain belt. All right. That is interesting. Give it my best. Pose. One of these. Like, ah. Not like symmetry. It should be asymmetrical. Terrible. Okay. Round two. That was a bad idea. A terrible pose. Do the I feel like more of a punching pose. Why didn't that work? All right. I'll go with something I know. Oh, I know. Could be picking something up. Then that would make it cool. All right. Back to this one. Figure out my angles. Battery's running low. I'm going to unplug the Ethernet and plug in the power. So there might be issues. Close. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Froze. Really? There we go. There we go. Hey, this is the pencil I just lost. I don't know where it came from. Okay. All right. Computer just reconnected and unconnected, and God knows. I hope this thing is still running. Is your name really Kyle Bigger, or did you just luck into a cartoonist sounding name? That's a good question. Yeah, no, my parents named me Kyle back when nobody was named Kyle. It was a unique name at the time. And now everybody's named Kyle, and there's actually a few artists named Kyle Baker. So I don't use it as much as I used to. I just use the brand name, the Vivera, much more because there's so many Kyle Bakers out there. It's not as yeah. Like my last three, or four or five books, I think, haven't had my name in them at all, and very few people have actually noticed, which is kind of funny. Somebody actually emailed me and said, "Hey, I was going to buy this book. I was wondering, did you actually do it?" I said, "Yeah." Oh, look at that. Thank you for buying the drawing, the Spider-Man drawing. I'll put that one out too. Boy, he's got these darn pirate boots. Captain America boots. Cage. Oh, that stupid belt. And, oh, it's African. Jesus. Oh, thank you for. Oh, truth number six. Oh, thank you. Okay. For buying truth number six. He's got those Wonder Woman bracelets. Goofy pirate shirt. Was it Dennis Cowan used to draw this? I think I remember Dennis drawing this book. I'll have to show him this. I seem to remember him drawing that. Yeah, Denny O'Neil wrote it. Yeah, with Iron Fist. 622. That's enough goofing around with that. Start inking it. I've been looking for truth. Oh, there. Yeah, well, I have them here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, for, for some reason, Marvel just never really got behind that book. They put the book out. Like when they put the paperback out, they only put out as many as they got ordered. Usually, what we do is we overprint. Like you get an initial order of say whatever 10,000 copies, and then you say, well, we'll print 20,000 copies because it'll keep selling for a year after that. And they got they got like 2,000 orders, and they filled the 2,000 orders, and that was the end of it. They said we're not doing any more. People really did not like that book, which is fine. You're allowed to not like things. I can argue with people. But that book is what we call a career-ending injury. I did not work for Marvel for like 7 years after that gem. I did Deadpool after that. 7 years later. Can't wait to see a terrific. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it in August, I think. I believe it's August. Yeah, it's nice to get back out after that lockdown. Why, of course his shirt is open to his navel. Who designed this costume? The covers are all by Gil Kane. I wonder if Gil's. I believe my father gave me the first issue. I believe it was the first issue. Boots. believe I actually managed to salvage this pose. I was sure it was terrible. Go. Compasses are for the weak. Just freehand that circle. What the hell? Could have had him lift a big barbell too. That would have been just as good. Maybe the next guy. What kind of face does this guy have? Let's see. Like a John Romita face. There's the drawing. That tiara is crazy. Hold on. Ah! That's going to be a challenge. There you go. Comes. I hate this. It's a weird thing. Okay. I wonder if this is the first time. Oh no, it's the second time. Voice, I got it. I'll find that Village Voice drawing. All right. Hello. Hello, Raj 90027. And it's Carrie. And oh boy, a lot of people joined. This is excellent. I have to keep drawing them. Now here is the part where I smear all the ink. Erase the pencil. Make an absolute mess. I did it. Look at that smear right there. That was dumb. And normally, I usually work on like 2 or 3 pages at a time when I'm doing a book. So I let one dry while I'm working on the other one, so that I don't smear the ink. But I'm trying to do a show here. And also, using this paper that Kevin Nolan hates. He told me. It's I guess it's plate finish. Bristol tends to, the ink sits on top of the paper. It doesn't actually get absorbed into the paper as much. But I guess that was what was in the store. Oh, now I got to double check. Like I said, I'm working at an angle, so I always have to kind of double check the angle to make sure that I'm not. This is actually how it looks to me, this angle, but straight, and it does. So now I'm gonna pick my light. Uh, Avoiding the face. I don't know why. Get it over with. Get the face over it. I always talk about this book I read by a guy named Brian Tracy. He's one of my favorite authors. And he wrote a book called Eat That Frog. And the premise is, if you know when you wake up that you're going to have to do something unpleasant, like eat a frog, you don't do it right away, you're going to have to you're going to spend the rest of the day thinking about and dreading having to eat that frog. But if you just wake up, eat the damn frog, get it over with, you can live your life, because you have to eat it. So generally, I try to start with the worst parts of the drawing. In this case, the face is very complicated, because if you put it off to the last minute, then you just, all the easy stuff is done, and you got nothing to look forward to. Teacher Dano used to tell me, ink the pretty girls last. Otherwise, you got nothing to look forward to. The reason I've been avoiding drawing this face is that technically this thing should be casting a shadow over him, but then we wouldn't see anything. So I'm trying to figure out how to cheat it. I always wonder, like, do they have a lot of meetings about that tiara? You know what he needs? He's not hip enough. What are the kids wearing? The kids are into tiaras and chain belts. That's what the kids like. Does anybody know who wrote this book? Does anybody remember who created this character? Let's see. Going a while back, how the fuck did you learn to paint how you did on Justice Inc? I look at it and genuinely can't fathom how that could be done. I started that thing with the first couple of pages were like oil paint, and then I realized that I was never going to make the deadline with oil paint. So I switched over to watercolor at some point in the book. And watercolor with colored pencil. And I was looking, there was an artist at the time. Oh, I hope I get his name right. He was popular at the time. His name was Mark English. And he had done a bunch of cool Shakespeare covers that I really liked. I bought the books just for the covers. Give me a second. I'm trying to focus here. You made it look like that with watercolor. That's great. Yeah, watercolor and colored pencil. I still work that way, but the Prismacolor people changed their damn formula, and now their pencils are not opaque. And so I kind of had to change my style just to suit that, the fact that there's no opacity. And then I also switched over to, I bought some Crayola colored pencil, which are pretty good. But yeah, generally I like to work from the darkest to the lightest, put all the dark colors down, and then put the highlights in. And let me just remember my light source. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I'm not. His arm a little bigger. Starting to look a little weak. The part that breaks my heart, where I have to cover everything up, put all this work into the drawing, and then you have to cover it all up with the black. Hey, look at that. Been a couple of weeks since I've had a pointy brush. I kept putting off going to the art supply store because it's an hour walk. And then I wouldn't buy it on Amazon because I was like, well, I'll just go to the art supply store tomorrow. And then months went by and I never bought another brush. So I've been using. This is what my brushes look like. There's just hair all over them. You can't really see the beauty of the hairs are just going everywhere. So that's what I actually work with those things. But today I have a fresh brush. I buy the cheap ones because I'm too lazy to clean them. There's no running water in this room. I'd have to go to the bathroom. It's great watching the ink run. It's getting grayer. Tomorrow I got a different color background. Blue piece of paper. What's happening? I tell you, this is quite grueling working on these things live on video. I mean, I draw in front of people all the time. It's just if I make a mistake, the world will see it. Go viral. That idiot spent half hour on a bad drawing. Now, get that other brush back. Big one. The one for the big black spaces. Much black. George Tuska. Stan wanted to capitalize on blaxploitation, so him and Roy created it. Romita came up with the design. Oh, John. Tuska and Archie worked on the first stories. Oh my god. Oh. All right. John. I think John was probably the only guy who knew how to draw black people there. I think he did a good job on that guy, Robbie, who worked at the Daily Planet. Thought he had a nice face. Gotta make this thing rounder. Where you get to the point you say, if I do any more, I'm going to ruin it. I should stop now. And then you keep doing it. And so, stop. Put the whiteout on. Just double check it. Okay, that looks good. Black goes back into the water. And it's the end of that whiteout pen. I got another one. I got a box, so I'm just too lazy to open up the drawer. Cap. Always put the cap on your ink. This thing is happening. Goofy Janes, man. So, I think that's it. I think I finished. Too into the tire tread sometimes. I think I got it. I think that, yeah, that's it. All right. That is the end of that one. Let's see, were there any particular artists you enjoyed inking? I liked working with Sal Buscema. I learned a lot from Sal Buscema. It was fun working with Ron Wilson, too. I like Ron Wilson. He was a nice guy and a good artist. I mean, at that age, I think I learned from everybody, working on everything. Everybody was better than I was at that point. So there was something to be gained from working with anybody. I liked working with Vinnie Coletta. That was an education. Learned stuff from worked with Joe Rubenstein. Who did I get? Yeah, Buscema I think was probably my favorite thing. Byrne was okay. A lot of these guys, one of the reasons I ended up just throwing my own stuff was that most pencilers worked a lot harder than I did. Like put a lot of details in that I didn't think were necessary or correct or whatever. But I would do it. I would ink it like John Byrne. It's just so much detail. I mean, I guess it's okay, but I don't know what could contribute, I guess. But yeah, I guess I liked working on Sal Buscema. It's probably the best one. Yeah, H. Sal on Spider-Man. One issue of Spider-Man. The villain was named Slide. I don't remember which issue it was, but his power was that he was made of Teflon. Nothing could stick to him. He had covered himself with the stuff that they put in frying pans. That's actually what happened. He discovered a no-stick frying pan, and then he covered himself with it and robbed a bank. And Spider-Man couldn't grab him because he was so slippery. I don't know if that villain ever came back again. But Sal had done, it was very what they called breakdowns. That's where you don't finish it. You just kind of do a rough outline, and somebody else worries about all the shading. And that way, like a guy like John Buscema or Sal Buscema could do twice as many books in a week because they didn't have to put in all the black, all the shading. And so that I liked because then nobody would get mad at me for adding shadows, which is what I always do. I tend to add a lot of shadows just to simplify things and make it easier to read. I think the less you have on a page, the easier it communicates. I know that I'm in the minority, and I know a lot of successful artists who do overly detailed work that you can't tell what the hell it is in a thumbnail. So I'm not saying it's wrong, but that's I don't know how I got on that. So if I want to buy the item I requested, I bid, right? Okay, I'm gonna post that thing again then. The 8.5 by 11 sketch request. This will be my. Yes, hold on. Let me go find it and post it. Hold on. But your one and only ever Whatnot purchase. That's hilarious. Thank you. Sketch request. Add to show. Can I do it? Did I do it? I think I'm the first guy to go on here and forget to put his merch up. Did it go? It did go. Okay. So I'll run it? Should I run it? Yeah, I don't know if it's Amazing Spider-Man 270. It's whichever one has slide in it. Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. And John Romita drew the Aunt May heads. I remember that. Only John Romita knew how to draw Aunt May. I don't know why. That was kind of his job at that time, was to correct everybody's Peter Parker's, Spider-Man's, and Aunt May's. Yeah, he had a whole way that you had to draw the webs and stuff. Tell me who you are if you bid against me, and we can duke it out at your nearest 7-Eleven. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try and run this now. We did this before, and then somebody wasn't around, and he missed the auction. So we'll see what happens. Okay. All right. Start auction. Okay, I'm gonna have to refer to the video to remember which item is which now. It did actually come out okay. Look at that. I'm surprised because I threw the original sketch out and then I changed my mind. While I'm waiting, I'm going to put a little more ink on. Here's the part where I ruin it. Okay. Did it go? 9, 8, 7? What? Look at that. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Wait. It says there's an error in the processing of the sale. It just says, no, it said there was an error in the processing of the sale. I'm going to run it again. I think somebody was trying to bust your chops. Something happened. I'm going to run it again. Hold on. Hold on a second. Come on with that. Here we go. All right, hold on. Home inventory. Don't waste something. Yeah. Hold on. It went through. I'll double check and see if it went through. There's some confusion here. Hold on. I'm checking my screen here. If it went through, I'll have to do another one tomorrow. Yeah, okay, it went through. You're right. Okay, hold on. Now I'm lost. I got all my windows open here. Open show. All right. This may be my final motivator to become. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is something to get used to. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. I am gonna go. I did 2 drawings. I am gonna go. I'll come. I feel awful. I mean, this is the way it goes. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll do another one, and I'll post, or maybe I'll do another one tonight and post it. Uh, but that was fun. It was a game, and thank you so much. I'm gonna go now, and I will tell you what. I will either tonight do another one and post it, or I'll do another one tomorrow and post it. Who knew but that this was a popular character? And so, thank you very much. I'm gonna go now, and good night, everyone. As soon as I figure out.